Hi guys, so I'm off to Swindon for 2 events. So tonight we've got Rusty Goat's Poetry Corner run by Scott Cowley. We've got 2 headliners tonight, Jason Conway and Drea McMillan, and they're both unbelievable poets. And then tomorrow night we've got the book launch for James Osborne and his book Nanook The Bipolarbear. It kind of outlines his experiences with bipolar, but through a lot of illustration and artwork, and then some words in there as well. And so it's now in book form and he's launching it tomorrow night. So I'm gonna set off in a minute. I've got a hotel for one night, calm down, on my own. That should be fun, like a little writing retreat. I shouldn't have worded it like that. I'm gonna get going before this gets more awkward. Okay, so before I go, in the spirit of being completely honest and real on these vlogs, the last couple of days has been absolutely shocking. So mental health wise has just been a complete dip. Spent most of it crying and not really knowing fully why. Still haven't figured that part of mental health out yet, knowing why my emotions change so quickly and why they're so extreme. But you know, it happens, and I know that a lot of people are going through that same kind of thing, and it's so okay. You have to feel the negative emotions to appreciate the positive ones when they come along. You also have to expel the negative ones to fit in any positive ones. And so yeah, for the last couple of days I've just cried until it hurt and rolled around on the floor in agony. But you know what, now I've got room for some more emotion. Mental illnesses don't need to be provoked to kick you in the dick. Sometimes they just do. And so today I'm hoping it doesn't kick me in the dick, because I've got a lot of walking to do. We'll see. And if I get into Starbucks and need to cry whilst I order my vanilla latte, I will. It's not a bad thing to cry, it's not a bad thing to scream, it's not unsafe to punch a pillow if you need to. And yeah, oversharing with you. I'm gonna go now.
You have reached your destination. Windows up, grab those sunnies, and don't let the seagulls steal your chips.
So I am here. My anxiety and I left an hour and a half early, just in case there was an hour and a half worth of delays. There wasn't, so I am now approximately an hour and 19 minutes early for check-in. So I'll wait. This is not where the magic happens. This is where the magic happens. It's all about the view. I want to tell you about my friends. One in particular a little more, because today we spent a lot of time together. We sat on the floor, we didn't talk. The silence said it all. This friend gets me, understands that sometimes I can't do, I just need to be, but we have this third friend who exhibits intrusive signs of jealousy. Anxiety can't keep still, speaks too fast for me with a tendency to bring up old subjects carelessly. Today, depression and I just wanted to sit quietly in a darkened room, sipping our tea, feeling safe in the familiarity of melancholy company, balancing precariously on a 9-month waiting list, avoiding any signs of vitamin D as our only current form of therapy. But then anxiety showed up, which, let's face it, they usually do, and they just asked questions constantly. Depression acknowledges my reasons for avoiding things and tends to agree, whereas anxiety always questions my excuses and leaves me feeling guilty. I've become so in touch with my friends they don't like it if I don't check in for a while, but being numb makes getting ready for a day you didn't plan on being here for less of an arduous trial. I am one monumental mood swing disguised as a mammal from the wild, wearing more concealer to hide my invisible scars than my physical ones, with the most flawless brand I've found being my smile. The only thing on fleek are my inflections and my waterproof mascara labelled with denial. I am a double, triple, quadruple entendre dressed up as being versatile. I started this journey at rock bottom and I know I've made headway. But the more I sweep things under the rug, the more it makes for an unsteady terrain and I'm losing my stability again. Today, it feels like the rock at the bottom is on top of me, and I am deeper and darker than I've ever been, finding comfort in the control of ceasing reality, finding confusion in not wanting to live, but not wanting to die, and then running out of options pretty swiftly. Sometimes I want to keep it to myself because I've known people to put a value of $1 million on their 2 cents. And whilst I'm studying for my masters in my own mental health, I won't risk copying someone else's answers to find each one was an uneducated guess. But I will break it in front of you, so you know it's okay too. Because I used to be the one who thought a smile spoke the truth, so I know it's possible to update a lifelong view.
Every poet has a story to be told. Every poet has a story of the soul. Behind every pen stroke, behind every observant eye, is a puff of genius smoke. A long night spent writing, creative expression, delivering experience, a lesson. Every late night writing session, bleary-eyed, dog-tired but determined. Good evening. If you did make it along to the launch event, I've got a fucking book out and it's got my fucking name on it. Not that long ago I was in the bottom of a pit. As a rough calculation, it's been 52 weeks. And I have to admit, life had never been so shit. But they say all things happen for a reason. Strangers who crossed to the same side of the street held out their hands and warmly greeted me. These genuine gestures of generosity were completely alien.
I'm a toy soldier. Key wound so tight my legs move. An eternal rhythm, unstoppable momentum. Even as I am still, I am not still. I have not been still now for 22 days.
Don't pretend. Don't bend the facts. Don't turn away. Don't put on an act. Don't ignore what's in your face. Don't you decide what's on my face.
The slap. Hands soft, soapy and warm, a mountain of bubbles in the silver sink. Stainless steel. But I forget I am still stained. My brain stained with his dirt. So when you, kindly, gently, put your hands around my waist, I love it. Bit my neck tenderly, I love it. Digging your teeth in slightly, turning flesh red. I unpredictably saw red.
I'm not yet running. What? I've learned we all have problems. We all have doubts. But when morale is...
listening, mate. Look at them.
I am the dolphin, beach, struggling to swim free, while man stands around taking a selfie or 3. I am the tiger, so majestic, so proud. The hunting and deforestation is bringing them down.
Well, hello everybody!
Hello!
His breath erupted like a boiling kettle, burning, quaking, spewing foul gases into the room. The hissing vapour transformed into butterflies, in the mists of her daydream of happier times.
I've just got back and tonight was incredible. Not quite ready to sleep, so I've got my Scott Cowley book. I'm gonna do a bit of heavy light reading and tea. So I've had hiccups for years this morning. So I made a cup of tea to wash them down because that's how it works, right? Then choked so spectacularly on my cup of tea that I had to stop hiccuping because I had bigger fish to fry. But I'm alright now, thanks for asking. Morning. Today we have the book launch later on this evening. Until then, I'm going to go and meet up with some of the poets and we're going to go and meet up at Twigs Community Gardens here in Swindon, which is absolutely beautiful. They're there for anybody, anybody is welcome, but they help people who are struggling with mental health issues to just have somewhere to be. You can do some gardening, you can do some crafty stuff, you can do absolutely nothing and just enjoy them. We need more places like Twigs in the world. It's so important to have those places you can go to and just feel so safe, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I'm gonna go and get myself ready and then go and meet those guys over at Twigs. I'd just like to point out my choice of shoes and my dirty floor, but my choice of shoes is these in this weather, and that, my friends, is what we call a blue sky. Oh, that's not. It is blue. Adjust. Oh, that's better.
Bye.
Come on then, it's a video, so pull funny faces. No laughing, no smiling.
Pretend you're a poet, a puppet even. A poet?
Yeah, pretend you're a poet, we all do that.
It's what we do.
I was trying to rhyme it, but for some reason I can't think of anything that rhymes with do. We have one last stop on this little trip, and it is the book launch, so we're on the way there now.
Fabulous brains that can't be trained or contained in neat societal boxes.
I should dance with strangers without a care and write poetry, books and stories.
I close my eyes and see their faces, and I say this time, not under my breath, I promise you boys, I will not waste this.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey. You all good? I've got to say some things now apparently, so I'm going to say some things now. On the 27th of October 2014, I nearly killed myself after a night of drinking heavily. I woke up on the 28th of October with a knife lying beside my bed. I had prayed the night before that if I woke up in the morning, I wanted to do something useful with my life. On the 29th of October 2014, I was diagnosed with bipolar affective disorder with PTSD and chronic depression, because apparently mental illness is coming threes now. And soon after, I was hit with this idea of a bipolar bear. One of the most important things about my life is that I'm always striving to be as open as possible about my mental health. And that's how Nanook came about.
It's the day that I didn't die. In hindsight, maybe not the best day of my life, but still I'm oh so proud that I managed to stay alive. So today's the day we celebrate the day that I didn't die.
Here we are with this beautiful book, Nanook The Bipolarbear, by a very talented person, James Osborne. Oh, and I don't think this is the last we'll hear of Nanook.
So tired of you telling me all I need to say, but the bottom of the money's all